Hi guys, Debbie here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back, and welcome to the next instalment in Debbie Does December. So Debbie Does December is my Vlogmas kind of offering. So I'm uploading every other day in December. So all the odd days of the month, 1st, 3rd, 5th, 7th, etc. And I've been doing lots of collabs. I've got still some more of those coming up. We're going to have some ranking videos. We've got my kind of roundup of thoughts of the month, and we've got some first impressions because I've started to get some of my Black Friday haul coming in, and I'm so excited for this one. You know by the title what it is, but it's the Makeup Revolution Nightmare Before Christmas Jack palette. And I missed out on this in the first round when it first came out, and I was so excited to be able to pick it up in the restock. So if you want to see everything about this palette and see me create this look that I'm wearing right now, then please keep on watching. Okay guys, so before we get into showing you this look and how I created it, I'm just going to tell you a few things about the palette. So this is the packaging for it, super gorgeous, and on the back it's quite simple, it just says Jack on there, but it's kind of like a book. Just beautiful. I love the artwork on the front of it. I got it from the Makeup Revolution website. I think it's the only place you can get it. It's not available in Superdrug in the UK. Revolution is normally available there, but it wasn't available there. And I got mine on restock because it launched before Halloween, sold out, and then it launched again, and that's when I picked it up. So sometime middle of November is when I ordered it. So I've had this about a week, but just had time to film with it now. But I'm so excited to do so. So this is the colours in the palette. Super, super beautiful. I went for this one because you've got all the colourful side here, but I really was interested to try out this red, which is called Sandy Claus, and I was not disappointed. Spoiler alert, this is the red that's in my crease here, and it's incredible. It's the truest red I've tried in ages, and for a palette that costs £15, that's all it costs for 36 shades, to get a red this quality is just amazing. And I just had a good time with every shadow in this palette, to be honest with you. I've only tried 5, but the shimmers are a typical shimmer formula. They're not one of these highly reflective, glittery, kind of see it from space shimmers, but they're a shimmer, you know, and they do that really well, and they're vivid on the eyes and really, really pretty. So I wanted to do something ultra Christmassy with this palette. That's what I've done, and I will use it again, I think, to do something else, because I've got a few ideas, because there's some beautiful colours. There's a black shimmer shade there. What's that one called? Jack's House, that looks gorgeous, and they're hard to find. You don't see too many. I love that Love Never Dies, Dead of Night. There's just some really unique shades. The other side of the palette is all your neutrals, so I think you've got a lot going on in this palette to be able to create so many different looks with it. And if the formula's as good as the shades I tried, then I think I'm going to use this a lot. It's super beautiful as well. You've got all the Jack Skeleton heads in some of the shades, not in every shade, but yeah, that's just a cute addition. That orange looks gorgeous as well, Pumpkin King. I really want to use that one. But I thought, as it's nearly Christmas, I'd go for a bit more of a Christmassy look and do something red and green, because I think Nightmare Before Christmas is a Christmas movie. I mean, it is a Halloween movie, but it's a Christmas movie. It's genre defying, isn't it? Because it has everything going on really in it. And if you're interested, incidentally, in the history of that movie, I've just watched an amazing Netflix documentary on it called The Holiday Movies That Made Us, I think it's called. And there's 2 in the series so far. The first one was Elf, and the second one is Nightmare Before Christmas. I'm hoping they're going to do some more, because it was fascinating. So if you love the movie as much as I do, but don't know all of the history of how it was made, and just seeing a bit of behind the scenes of the process, because I'm such a geek like that and I love things like that. But it was absolutely fascinating, and I watched that yesterday and decided I've got to film with this today. But anyway, without further ado, I think we should hop straight into the tutorial for this look, and I'll catch you on the other side to wrap up the video and give you some final thoughts. Okay guys, so my plans for this one then is going to be a red and green look. So we're going to be using Sandy Claus for sure. That probably might be the only one from this side. Might use a couple of the blending shades. I'm going to be focusing on using some of the greens and reds from this side. So Zero for sure, Oogie's Lair, Under Seagull. Don't know other than that, but that's kind of my plan. And I'm going to go for green in the inner part and then red sort of coming to the outer part. And then I've got a green liner that I want to use as well. So yeah, so that's my plan for this one. Some beautiful shades in here, so I'm really excited to play with it. So I'm going to start with Undersea Gal, and that one's going to be going in the inner part of my crease here. I'm just going to pack that down to try and get the most intensity from it. It's a pretty grungy, murky kind of green, but well pigmented for a Revolution shadow. I think I've had a little swatch around this palette before I started just to see how it would be, and it seems more pigmented than the I Heart Revolution Princess and the Frog palette that I've already done a review on. I'll link that one if you want to see it, but this does seem a lot more pigmented off the bat. There's a bit more kick up in the shadows, a bit looser, which is my preference, I think. But I mean, that is intense for a drugstore eyeshadow. I'm going to just place the colours first. I'm going to worry about blending them out in a moment. Now I want to go in with Sandy Claws, but I'm going to have to be careful where these touch, and I'm just going to just touch them and not really blend them together. Again, that's pretty good for a drugstore red, and it's a proper red, it's not a pink. I can't stand when a red shadow looks like it'll be a red shadow and then when you put it on your eyes it's not a red shadow. So quite impressed with this one so far. I'm taking it in a rounded shape, but wow, that is quite impressive. As I say, I missed out on this palette the first time around, and I've got it now, and I only bought this one. This is a Jack palette, and didn't buy the Sally palette because it's quite neutral, but I'm not sure now if I made the right decision because these are really good. Guys, this is the best formula I've come across from Revolution. You've got 36 shadows here, and if these are all what we're getting, this kind of formula, then I'm going to be a very happy girl. Where those two are meeting, I'm just going to slightly blend, but we're going to get a sort of sludgy brown. That's the only thing, so I'm not going to be blending too much in the centre. But I love how red and deep that is. I'm going to do the same thing on the lower lash line. So take Sandy Claws on the outer part, and I'm just going to press that onto my lower lashes and meet it up with that shape that we've got going on in the corner. Love that Sandy Claw shade. This could be my new favourite red in my collection. I'm just going to take a brush with no additional product now just to blend around the edges, but I don't want to use another shadow to blend around the edges because I want to keep this looking like a red look, and I don't want to bring in something that's going to make it orange or pink or dilute that redness down too much, but I still do want a little bit of a blend. But that's blending really easily as well. To blend above the green, I'm just going to take a touch of that Oogie Boogie shade there. And then just a bit more of that Undersea Gal. Tie everything together on the lower lash line. So we're basically doing the same on the upper lower lash. So we're basically doing the same on the upper lashes as we are on the lower. So in with the shimmers now, I'm going to do opposite to what I've currently done in the crease work. So I'm going to put 0 on the inner part and Oogie's Lair on the outer part. I'm going to try and be fairly precise with that. So I'm using a concealer brush because it's got that nice rounded tip to it to help me get into my crease, and I'm tipping my head back just to make sure I can get a precise line with that. So we're going in with 0, as I say, in the inner portion here. This is a true shimmer shade rather than a crazy reflective glitter infused kind of shade, but it's still super pretty. And I'm going to take Oogie's Lair on the outer part. Again, that's really pretty. Got a tiny little bit of fallout from that shade, but nothing really too much to worry about. Just gonna drag between those two just to try and get a little bit of a blend going there. Okay, so that's the eye to this point. Just gonna whiz through the other eye. Okay, so this is the look so far. Just going to hop off camera to do a wing liner. I'm going to use this, which is a number 7 liner in a green. You see me do my wing liners a lot, so I'm just going to hop off camera to do that, do my mascara and choose a lip, and I'll be back with you to show you the finished look and to wrap up the video. Okay guys, so here's the finished look. You saw it in the intro anyway, but what I did to finish it off, as I say, is I used the Stay Perfect liquid liner from number 7. Really impressed with that. It's got a bit of a sheen to it. It's not a matte liquid liner, but it's pretty opaque and it's got a really unusual wand to it. Like, it's a felt tip wand, but it's liquid in the pot. So you're dipping into liquid, but with a felt tip wand, if that makes sense. Don't know if it's that beginner friendly. It was quite difficult to get a sharp line, but I'm pretty well versed in wing liner. I do it all the time. I didn't find it too hard to use. And these are pretty inexpensive, and they do quite a few colours. So yeah, I really enjoyed using that, just as a change from using black and not using a gel liner, because I think liquid is easier for me. And then I finished off the inner corner with the sadly discontinued Laser Glazer highlight from Kaleidos Makeup. Don't know why they got rid of this. I think it's something to do with not being able to get hold of the ingredients for it. I hope they're going to bring a replacement, because it's my favourite from them. I really love it. So apologies for using it, but it really does just brighten up the inner eye area a little bit there. And then mascara is Bad Gal Bang as normal. Didn't put anything on my waterline. I think I've got plenty going on the eyes, and I just wanted to really show my lower lash line just as it is, really, just with heaps of mascara. So guys, I had so much fun using this palette. I didn't expect to love it, actually. I bought it because it's a collector's piece, obviously, and I love the movie so much, and as a collector of makeup, anything that's special edition like this just sings to my heart. I just wanted to own it, so I'm so happy to have it. I expected it to be kind of your usual quality for Revolution, which is okay for the price, if you know what I'm saying. But for £15 to get 36 shades, and I mean, granted, I've only used, what, 5 shades I think today? 3 mattes and 2 shimmers, but they've all performed so well. That red is really impressive. I would pay the £15 just for that red, quite honestly. It's just a true beautiful red that has blended out so well. So yeah, really enjoyed using it. So guys, you'll have to let me know, did you pick this one up? I know I was super late to the party to actually review this and show you, but they are still available on the Revolution website. So if you haven't got it and you want it, because I think it crosses that whole thing between Halloween and Christmas. So as I said in the intro, it's kind of like a Christmas movie in my mind a little bit. So if you still want it, the Jack and the Sally palettes and the highlighters are all still available. I think the only thing that's sold out is the brushes. I might still pick up that Sally palette just for the completionist that I am. But you'll have to let me know, as I say, if you picked it up and whether you like the look as well. I haven't really done a two-tone kind of look like that very often on my channel, so it was quite a lot of fun to do. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and supporting my Debbie Does December. I've got a few more kind of first impressions coming up, and as I say, lots of collabs and just fun kind of chatty videos, and I'm going to be doing my roundup of kind of my makeup thoughts for the year as well as part of Debbie Does December, but I'm going to save that till a bit nearer to the end of the year, because there's probably some products I've not tried yet that might still end up in my favourites. I'm going to hang fire on that one until probably about the 28th, 29th, that kind of time of the month to film that one. But thank you so much for watching. As I say, if you're not subscribed to my channel and you want to be, I would love to have you. And I just hope that you're having a lovely day or night wherever you are, guys, and hopefully catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.